Hey everybody, I'm out here at Lake Patti Sue. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's kind of cloudy, kind of hazy. It's been raining a little bit and we expect some rain to be coming in over the next couple of days, which is good, especially in those areas where I planted some clover a couple of weeks ago. It hasn't rained much at all since then. My goal today is just to kind of walk through these hives, see if we have any dead outs. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in the hives. Maybe also kind of check on the food situation. We may put a little pollen sub out for them in case they need that. I may open up one or two just to kind of show you what they look like inside, as far as we may go through them a little bit, but I just want to kind of leave the bees alone for the most part. I anticipate every year losing a few hives. That's part of beekeeping, and the goal of course is to minimize that. But you know, hopefully the bees that make it through the winter will be the stronger hives and they'll be ready to go crazy in 2021. So if you look here, you'll see just a few bees. They're not very active at all. Just want to make sure I see bees in the hives. There's a few around here. There's a few right there just kind of peeking out. So I'm just going to kind of walk through. If I see a hive that has no activity at the entrance, I may pop the lid open and just see if we have a dead out. Yeah, we got bees coming in and out of these. These bees have decided, I think this is their entrance right up here. Don't really see any at the bottom, but they're coming out right there. Okay, this one, yeah, there's some bees in there still. Let me crack this open though. This hive's been trying to die out on me for a while, I think. Let's just peek in here and see what we got real quick. Ooh, that's not good. Look at all those ants. We got an ant situation here. Need to figure out what to do about that. Not sure what I'm gonna do. If you got any ideas, let me know. There are still some bees in here, definitely. Look at them. Oh yeah. I don't know what to think about those ants. We got plenty of bees in here. Nice little cluster. So far, things are looking pretty good out here. Let me just tap on it. I heard a little noise. Oh yeah. These bees on pallets this year, some of them have seemed a little weak and frustrate me a little bit, but they seem to just, for the most part, keep surviving. I hear them. See there? Even the ones that don't have really any activity to speak of at the front seem to have plenty of bees in them. Oh, there's an aphibar strip I didn't get out, looks like. All right, my plan is to peek in on 3 or 4 hives real quickly to see how they're doing. I doubt if we'll go through them in any great extent, but this is a strong hive right here, obviously. It's got a deep and 2 mediums. I hope the bees aren't too cranky today, but I really haven't been through these bees in a while since we took the aphibar strips out. I think a few weeks back is the last time I went through them. These on the lid. So I can see in here there's plenty of honey up in this box right here. These middle frames look like they're pretty full of capped honey, and there's some around the edges as well, a little bit. And so if this box is this full and had those bees in it, then the next box down I'm sure looks pretty good as well. Yeah, we got a good amount of honey in there. Bees are clustered a little bit right around here. We got some honey right here. Don't expect to see a lot of brood in these hives right now because the honey flow has basically stopped. That's why we let them build the honey up over the fall. That's one reason I don't like to harvest the fall honey. I want them to be able to keep it into the winter time. Some people love that fall honey and they harvest it. I usually don't. I have never done that. So looking down in there, on that frame, all I see is honey. There is some brood. Let me show you on the next frame over. I'm going to show you that, then I'm going to close this thing up and get out of here, basically. Little brood right there. The next frame over also has a nice little pattern of brood. These hive bees look really good. See there? Look at that. There's some eggs right there I can see. I'm not going to go into the bottom box, but I imagine there's some brood down there as well. So this hive is doing extremely well. We really don't need to break into it again for a while. I'm going to close this up and then we'll go over to the next door neighbor over there. It's a single deep, and take a look at it. The red tape on this one represents that it was one I combined with a new nuke from Rusty Norris at Herding Bees with Rusty and Mike. Looks like it's doing quite well. Part of the fun of beekeeping is you just really never know exactly what you're going to see. I'm hoping to see on these edge frames some honey. And I wouldn't have combined these hives if they hadn't have been weak, and this one was pretty weak. They've got some nectar in there, a little bit of honey around the edge right there. Next frame over looks like it's got some honey on it. Honey on it right there. Nectar. You look at this comb right here, this string. This hive must have been one. Rusty does a lot of cutouts, and this hive must have been a hive that he cut out and just put the comb in this frame, and they put it all back together. Not a huge population. It's not boiling out of the frames, but this time of the year that's okay. On this frame you got some bee bread or pollen storage here. A little bit of honey around the edge. I can't remember exactly when it was that I did those combinations of hives. But they built up nicely, look at that. Not seeing a ton of food. I am seeing quite a bit of pollen, but not a lot of honey. Ooh, that wasn't good. Don't sting me. A little bit of brood right here. Got them stirred up. I kind of didn't really drop the frame, but I kind of bumped a little bit harder than I wanted to. She definitely is not laying a ton of eggs, but she does have some brood. Here in the south, you'll see a little bit of brood in these hives all the way through the winter. Honey around the edges right here. That's good. So I think this hive is doing good. I don't know that there's a whole lot we need to do here. And it looks like they put a little more food on this side over here maybe. Yeah, like these are a little heavier frames. Look at that. Quite a bit of honey right here. So this hive's in good shape. This blue piece of tape right here means I put a bee weaver queen in here. Late August, early September, something like that. So they've had plenty of chance to grow, and I hear they're a little testy. We're about to find out. I hope I don't have to put my jacket on. See how they're doing. These hives were exceptionally weak for the most part when I put these bee weaver queens in here. So I don't expect these bees to be super strong yet. And so far, these bees are not really aggressive at all or feisty, but that can change in a hurry. They've been in here plenty of times, so these bees are probably all, or a majority of them, offspring of the bee weaver queen. I don't mind if my bees are testy, a little feisty, but I don't want them to be just unworkable. Yeah, they're just looking good. They're putting some nectar in here from somewhere. This really is about the hive size. It probably should be a nuke. See some brood on this next frame over. I don't want to do anything that's gonna make them mad. I see some brood for sure right here. Quite a bit of brood actually. The brood is a little spotty. You know, there's nothing prettier than a perfect brood pattern. And I mean, you guys can tell me what you think, but I've heard that a spotty brood pattern might just mean hygienic bees. If there's anything wrong with the larvae, any issues like that, they'll drag them out. I don't know. It's kind of a weird time of the year to be doing a lot of real specific assessments of the bees as far as the productivity of queens and such, because it's just, you know, really no flow going on. Winter's just around the corner. It's been a little chilly and it's been warm and the weather's been strange, and so as long as I make it through winter, I'm good with them. There's the queen right there. I'm not sure if you can see her. There's the queen. Her mark's about gone. She's taking charge. She's done good right here. I'll close them up. That one's looking good. And I'm not unhappy with their attitude. So far right now, they seem to be pretty nice. Well, I peeked in on a few more hives, and there were a couple that were super weak that I just dumped out. I didn't see a queen in them, and they weren't gonna make it. But overall, you know, most of them look decently strong, and I think they're gonna be okay. So as the winter goes on, we'll just do this every once in a while. We'll drive by, kind of see if we got any dead outs and just peek in on them. Here in Alabama, it does get a little chilly, but it never gets super cold for long extended periods of time. So you can usually peek in on them every once in a while on a nice day and see what's going on. Overall, well pleased out here at Lake Patti Sue. We've been nursing these bees along really all year, ever since they were down in the watermelons in Hartford. And I thought I was going to lose more than I did, but the combination of introducing some queens when I needed to, you know, combining them with some nukes from Rusty, and putting a few extra maybe bee weaver queens in there a month or two ago, well, a couple of months ago I think now. Hopefully it's going to save most of these hives throughout the winter. So I'm going to go over and put out a little pollen sub, and then we'll call it a day. Here's my pollen sub feeder out here. It's attached to this telephone pole right here. Well, there you have it. Got some pollen out for them, some pollen sub. Bees are looking pretty good overall. I think they're pretty much ready for winter. And it's a beautiful place out here at Lake Patti Sue. I always love coming out here and bringing you along for the ride. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for future videos from me. Y'all take care. On to the next video. Gotta run and get my smoker over there.